Grand Rising, everyone. It is the Eye of Ra. It's the wee hours of the morning, and the Holy Spirit has summoned me to speak to our government, our power structure. So, what the Holy Spirit would like our president to look into and to stop. Stop the mandate of ICE with the foreigners here. Our housing market, housing crisis for your American people, United States people, and most of these foreigners are over here working as we are. You can put some preliminaries up for ones who are trying to come over now. But the ones that are already here, if they haven't broken any laws and they would like to become citizens, then perhaps they should, so we can do something with this housing market, because it is a crisis. And the Spirit is saying that it was not justified for the housing market to go so expansive, be so expensive after 2020. There's something going on with that hike. It is not doubled, is tripled, probably even more than that, to be able to afford to live. And every man, every woman should have a decent place to live, something that they could call their own, if people stop being so greedy. The Holy Spirit would like you to take a hard look at that situation housing President Trump. Okay, we don't need to focus on other foreign situations, because we have a situation here with your people, the needy, the poor, and the vulnerable. And then the working class. I mean, that's what y'all like to reference. We have jobs. The unemployment has gone down. So, okay, if it's gone down, can we afford to live in your United States of America if we're trying to make it great again? Make it better. Make living arrangements better for people, please. Again, the Spirit is saying there's something terribly wrong with how the market just blew up where nobody can afford it. And then the ones who already had money before 2020, the shutdown, they became richer, and the poor became poorer because we had to work from home, or jobs were shut down completely. So people became displaced, and then once you open up, the market went bonkers. So that makes That's a great disparaging margin between poor, middle class, and rich or wealthy. So the Holy Spirit wants you to look at that, because I know a lot of you like money, and President Trump, the whole world has heard you talk about money, 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 money. And it's not a bad thing unless it consumes you to the point where you are, committing crimes to obtain money. And that's where, it's a bad thing. And again, these people who are, on substance or have mental challenges, but they are still able to work, certainly they can, go back to work and get this market, get this whole economy back on a better stance where everybody can afford to live. Right now, everybody cannot afford to live. And that is a tragedy when you say, let's make America great again, when you are eluding the fact that that is a major problem. You need to have proper residency so you can get up confidently and go to a job or have your own entrepreneurship that contributes to communities or the United States of America, that makes you legal tender and you're comfortable because you have a home. You're not stressed because you shouldn't be stressed because you have a home and you should be able to afford it. But as it stands today, there is a big problem in our economy, and paying attention to other people's country when your country is falling apart is a slap in the face to all of us. And we just would like to be in peace and live. I'm sure a lot of people would like that, President Trump. And to be and to have affordable groceries, and to have clean water, safe food. Why can't we concentrate on that? I'm not sure why a lot of farms were purchased by a certain somebody, but yet the food is putting generic stuff in the food when you could just naturally use that farmland that was purchased and let those farmers be farmers. That's their entrepreneurship. Why are we trying to mess with the food? The Holy Spirit is watching, and the Holy Spirit wants you to pay attention to that, President Trump. If you're our president of the United States of America, your cabinet, your Senate, your state representatives, we need to pay attention to that. And surely some people that come over here, they may have some criminal background, just as United States citizens have some, like my family, the ones that have put me in this homeless state. So you have prisons, you have a courtroom. Let the courts decide the fate of someone who has committed a crime. And like I said, the Holy Spirit said, let some guidance and direction be put around the borders now, but the people who are already over here productively have businesses or what have you, Why are we bothering them? There's other people here. I mean, if they're being productive and they can get your economy back on the right track and lower housing, because that's ridiculous. I mean, it was ridiculous when 2020 hit, but it came, and then all of a sudden everything just went haywire. And it looked like it was solidified to shut down things because of the plague that was going on in 2020. But for us to suffer behind that plague, or continued suffering behind that plague, something needs to be addressed. And sure, we have alliances with other countries, but sometimes I don't know why the United States has to be the first to jump on everything. When you have issues right here, your country is falling apart while you're paying attention to other countries. Is that intentional? Is there something hidden that you're doing that we are unaware of, but the Holy Spirit is aware of? I thank you, Mr. President, for taking a closer look at things. I know that, there's some people that wants to impeach, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but I did make a video and ask you on one of my social media channels, do you see me as a human being because of the color of my skin? Do you see me as a human being when I speak up against things that can be made better? Not to discredit who you are. It's just that if it's adversity affecting my livelihood and others' livelihood, we should be able to reason and speak to one another so that it can be addressed and fixed if you want to make America great again. Because now that verbiage is applicable, because after 2020 something has went terribly wrong. So is there anything else, Holy Spirit, that you would like to address in this communication to our government? We thank you, Holy Spirit. We thank you that the ones who need to hear this message will hear this message and they will address it. There's something about strikes. We don't need a war. Okay, that's it for now. It is November 24th, 2025 in the wee hours of the morning. I don't know what time it is. But I was just listening to, one of the speeches of a great speaker who speaks knowledge and truth. And moreover, truth, because I love truth. I love balance and justice, equal opportunity for all. Okay? No matter how small or great, equal opportunity. That should be the main focus of our power structure. Let us have equal opportunity. That don't mean that everybody is going to be wealthy, but you will be able to sustain what you have, and you will work at getting better, or, you know, multiplying your resources. But as it stands now, the needy, the poor, and the vulnerable are like struggling. So that's what the Most High wants you to look at. Please, government. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Yahweh. I am obedient to the Spirit of the living God, and there is a better way, and I believe you all know the better way, and we're asking you to implement that. The Holy Spirit is speaking to your ears from my mouth, speaking to you. There is a better way. And we're asking you to explore that, please.